Umthunzi is now a praying man, and Unhloso pays him a visit to warn him to stay away from his family, telling him, I don't know what you're planning, but I heard you at my house and all that. Umthunzi explains, actually, the church is helping me. I found peace. Unhloso does not believe any of these things and says that Umthunzi must stay away from Umadlomo. How? Unhloso, is this him being concerned or being worried that Umadlomo might fall from Mthunzi? Anyway, Tapelo tells Ndala, have you realized that ever since Mthunzi came back, this whole thing started resurfacing, the whole thing about the case, and gives Ndala ideas, which maybe Mthunzi is the one that's planning the whole thing because he has got a grudge on him. And then Ndala asks Hloso about whether where Mthunzi is and whether Mthunzi was acquainted to Pablo back in prison. But Hloso doesn't seem to remember them being acquainted. But then Ndala decides he's just going to go and see Mthunzi and question him himself, in reminding him, because I told you not to set foot here again, but here you are. And now you're talking to Pablo. Mthunzi reassures him, because I've never set foot in prison. I've never even seen Pablo ever since I got out. So it's definitely not me. And then Ndala warns him, because I'm going to kill you if by somehow you're involved in any of these things. Now Pablo in prison is busy singing, telling Captain Cohen all the details about Tukulo Sindane being the mastermind of the heist that they did with Otlamul. And then Poet is busy celebrating at his house with the family, Li Pototo. Teresa is just sitting there looking sad because I don't think she's very happy about this whole deal. And then Poet learns that he has to cut his hair. His mother's like, it's just hair, man, it doesn't matter. But Poet has attached a whole lot of meaning to his hair. And then Bui makes Teresa feel left out, even telling him to excuse them because now they're discussing business. Hanti Bui is already flirting with Poet, even telling him that he needs to cut his hair because it doesn't associate with the brand, and convinces him that it's okay, he'll be fine, he's going to make him a star. Because all this time, this girl wants to flirt no Poet. Hloso is busy telling Madlomo that he's worried about her getting close to Umthunzi. Umthunzi is not good. He doesn't trust him. And that he cannot protect them anymore. Atu Madlomo, po Umthunzi lo leto wimpilin zethu. As yes, I know, but things are different now. I'm no longer there to protect you, so I need you to be careful. Ati because Umthunzi will always be Umthunzi. But Madlomo is like, you know what, Hloso, leave me alone, man, and stop coming here without telling me. And then Mthunzi finally stands up to Ndala saying that I'm not going anywhere and you won't kill me, because if you do kill me, you're going to be the first suspect. So I'm not the one who's against you. You need to go and look for the person that you've angered recently, because Same day goes to attack Madlomo, going on about why did she let Mthunzi stay after everything that is done to them. Atu Madlomo, don't blame me. If you wanted him gone, you should have reported him to the police. And then Madlomo is starting to feel bad, saying that if this whole thing backfires, everyone at Tembeni is going to hate her. And if Mthunzi doesn't really change, then the whole thing will be for nothing. She wishes she didn't interfere. Absolutely, please don't blame yourself, Ma. You're doing what's best. What if he changes and really accepts God? It will be for a good cause. And then Pablo is busy singing about Ndala, going on about the dealings that Ndala did. Captain Coin is now like, how do you know all this information? Why did you wait for so long? That's because Ndala played me. I'm in here and he's out there. And so is Tapelo not involved? And then he says, no, Tapelo was left out on this heist. And then Ndala continues to question Tapelo, going like, I think Ndala still doesn't trust Tapelo. He thinks that even if Tapelo is not the one snitching on him or talking to the police, he probably told Semide and Diro that he has gone back to his plan. So now they're digging into his past. And then Tapelo goes to talk to Diro, because Ndala was like, you need to prove yourself that you're not the one behind this whole thing. And then Tapelo questioning Diro. Diro denies doing anything against Ndala and says that he does not think Semide will do anything either. And tells Semide that I managed to umlash kondo, so we're good for now. Sindana is going to keep on wondering who's snitching against him, who his enemy is. And then we finally succeeded in getting Poet to cut his hair. Poet was feeling a bit indifferent at first, but then he ended up liking it because Ubuy was hyping him up. And then Teresa says that he still has some adjusting to do to get used to this new hairstyle. But his worried was, why is it that Poet does not seem sad or anything? It's like he just embraced this change so quickly. But the Poet is like, you know what, the hair is going to grow back. My mom was right. Some days still worried about Ntunzi being around. Diro decides that he's going to go and see him, the man that was pretending to be him. And then he goes over there. Mtunzi is shocked to tell him, Manje wena ungubani? Who are you? As I'm the man that you're pretending to be. I must say that I'm impressed with you're able to pull that off, like fooling the whole family like that. You must be good. And then he says that I hope whatever you're planning now or whatever you're busy with, make sure that you stay the hell away from me and anything that is mine. Mtoz is like, I'm not even pretending to be holy and I'm not going back to that life anymore. But Tiro is like, stay the hell away from me. And then Tiro plays mind games with Mdala, making him believe that Tapelo is the one that's snitching on him, making up stories about Tapelo talking to Captain Cohen. So he thinks that Tapelo was talking about him. Like, and it's all mind games. Now Mdala is panicking, telling Tlohe that if they find something, then it means they're going to freeze all my assets. They're going to take all my assets, sell on my shares. We'll be left with nothing. We're going to lose everything. Tlohe is worried now how I can't lose you, man, Munoz. I can't lose you, hot sauce, because we have kids now. Like, I cannot afford to lose you. And say it tells Ulo, Dala, Tapelo is your friend. Tapelo is your best friend. There's no way he'll betray you like that. But Dala doesn't believe it. He goes to confront Tapelo, telling him that why is it that the only cases they're digging are the ones that is the one that Tapelo was not part of. So it means Tapelo is the one that's snitching on him. And yeah, now if he goes down, he's not going down alone. He's taking Tapelo down with him. Hey, Kshubile, hey. And then Tunzi, that wakereke no, busy esontweni. The pastor asked Matubela to at least lead Mtunzi in prayer. Matubela refuses. Yana, she does not want to be associated with Mtunzi. And then the pastor asked Madlomo to pray with Mtunzi. Madlomo feels pressure to agree because she wants to help Mtunzi. And then she says that they must start with confessing. Mtunzi confesses that when Upilile saw him digging into dustbins at Tembeni, it was all an act so he could come and live with them. And then Pilile, you know what, Pilse, you know what, if you want to repent, you need to start by righting your wrongs. Give back Imal Gasemide, the one that you took from him. I want Osenayi and Mtunzi all that money. And then a poet gets a message from Buyi saying that please don't bring your wife to the fitting. Musadwahe was now getting ready, saying, how you ready already? Hey, poet is already calling Tori say, my chukucha, Emanyana, Bona, you can't come. It's gonna be busy, you'll be bored. Imagine from Manchi to Machukuj. Anyway, this boy girl, like she's just putting her clothes too deep, go poet, because now she has even given him a car, saying that you can't be a face of a brand of a car that you have not drive. So you have not driven. So now, because you swag, it's a car, Puerto Rico. This is going to be one hell of a campaign. Even Dintle is worried about this whole thing with Boyi. So Tlogel Mdala, like they have an argument because Mdala does not want to let go of this thing of accusing Utapelo. Tlogel reminds him that you have a family, Muna, you cannot afford to go to prison. Otherwise, again, out of everything, prison is somewhere where I'm not going. I go patla mago stupung. And then Tlogel talks to Bridget saying that I'm worried about Mdala. Please talk to Tapelo and find out if he's doing something. If he is, please encourage him to stop. Bridget talks to Tapelo. Tapelo's like, you know what, I'm tired of defending myself. I've been telling Dallas so many times that I'm not doing anything, but he doesn't want to listen. Actually, he is the one that we should be worried about because he's not stopping this thing of getting rid of his supermarket. Bridget is shocked and goes to confront Tloch about it. Turns out Tloch knew about this whole thing. And then Bridget was like, but why didn't you tell me we were friends? As I know, but Tukulo is my husband and you are my friend. So obviously, you know, my husband takes the cup. And then Bridget did not like that at all. And then she sort of like brought back something that Bridget once said, saying that Tloche has abandoned herself. Now she's a housewife raising twins. Yeah, so you just wanted me to sit at home and raise twins. At least now I'm raising my kids. When you shipped yours to boarding school for someone else to raise them. It got so personal. They were not happy with each other. And then Nina reminds Diro that, you know what, if Sindane goes to prison, people will know that you're the one who sold him out, you're the one that who exchanged him for your freedom. But Tiro's like, you know what, I'll cross that bridge when I get there. For now, let's focus on getting him arrested. And then Madlomo tells Mtunzi that if he really wants to repent, he needs to return imali kaSemide. But Mtunzi is like, no, I'm not ready to do that. Actually, imali khona iseko. It's almost finished. I used it to bury my mother. I was not prepared to return imali. That's Madlomo. So that is the first step. If you really want to repent, you must repent fully, not half. Return that money. But it's all I have left. Yes, you start afresh. I'm sure if not and you need to trust God to provide. Tunzi resorts to alcohol. Tutuka finds him drinking and be like, I don't think you should be drinking because you've just started this new journey. When are you talking about me? Now you're holding a bottle. Now you should be focusing on your studies. They end up talking to Tutuka, warning him not to mess up or not to play with his mom. Umawak has been through a lot, the divorce, Lisha almost getting raped, and also leaving them. All those things, and so everyone hating her now that she is backing Umtunzi up. So Umtunzi like ngizola naye mawakho, and I'm not going to and then Lisha tells her mom, she's being bullied at school. Some girls were making funny remarks about her, going on that maybe she's no longer a virgin anymore. She can't be at Kumakuku anymore because she's been busy no libone. So, and she's not happy about that. Mark is like, but we know the truth. Maybe you can just shut them up by going and get tested. As I don't even think I want to do that anymore. I feel like I'm values way to align. Ulihle wants to quit Amakuku. Liwane really messed up this kid. Umakuku used to be so important to Lihle. They received a 185k notification. It's from Tunzi. He gives him a call and finds out that it's Tunzi. Auntie, I'm paying back that one. I'm still going to pay back the rest once I have money. Day was not impressing. What games are you playing? Please stay away from me. Don't ever call me ever again. And then Tunzi goes to Matlomo, telling her that he paid back the money, some of the money that he sent it to Day, and he's going to pay back the rest. She was so happy that Mtunzi is taking the right steps into his this new journey that he's taking. Now Mtunzi is at Madlomo's house all the time, playing house. No Madlomo and her kids, even like playing the father figure that they need, going on asking Lisha about her exams and how is it going and all that. And then he finds out that Lisha has been bullied at school and tells Madlomo not to take it lightly because he was once bullied when he was at school. And Madlomo starts seeing this in a different light. She even went to fetch Lisha from school. And Ulihle is now wanting to give in to the bully, saying that she's going to take the virginity test and go to school with the white dot on her forehead to prove to them that she's still a virgin. But Umadlam was like, you know what, sis, you don't have to do that. You know the truth. You don't have to do anything to prove anything to anyone. Because you want to do it yourself. But Ulihle is like, you know what, yeah, right, ma, I just want to go back to what I believe in and do it for me. Uvuvi is still mad about this whole thing, that altercation she had with Utlochi knew about the supermarket issue and didn't say anything to her. Tells him Dala says, and I don't trust these people at all. I think we should bring Dinja so she can be on our side. Tapela's like, please don't do that. I'm gonna fix this. He takes a CCTV footage, gives it to Mdala. So Mdala can see that he has not been speaking to the police. But Semide sees this argument that Tapela and Mdala are having, and Semide is concerned. Could say, is Tapela okay now? He goes and tells Tiro about it, but Tiro and says, I thought I saw Tapela and Dala fighting. I thought you said this whole thing should lead to Mtunzi. Why is it now Tapela is fighting with Dala? Tiro does not even care at all, says that we cannot control the narrative Dala. He believes whatever he wants. And don't worry about Tapela, nothing's going to happen to him. Magari Tiro doesn't care about anyone, but Semide is actually worried about Taps because he thinks that Tapela is on his side. Tapela is actually trying to make sure Mdala does not proceed with the supermarket issue. And then he goes to talk to Tapela and sort of lets on that he's aware that Mdala still wants to close down the supermarket. Now Tapela is worried with how does he know? Talks to Vuvu about it and says, I don't think Semide has it in him to do all this sneaking and conniving. It must be Tiro. Tiro must be behind this whole thing. And then now it makes sense to Tapela. Tiro has been asking questions, so it must be him. Quite too bad, they're so excited about this deal that Poet has and that they're going to get a lot of money. And then they start making suggestions about things that they want. Poet is even saying that he's going to put money into the family account. Toriso was shocked with her family account. Njani. Mama Hay is happy, but Mama Tubela was like, you know what, you need to do first what you and your wife want before you take care of us. Hey, Kidibon is all about the first salary comes to Mama. Hey, first salary ni ile supermarket. This is not a first one. And then Teresa talks to Pearl saying that I don't like that you didn't discuss this with me. You need to discuss things with me before you make announcements. And then Mama Poet has already put down a list of things that she wants. Get a ceiling, get a bathroom. It's all amounting to about 40 to 50,000. And but then Poet says that he needs to run this by Toriso. Ari, why? Does Toriso run things by you before she spends her money? Yo, Mama Otle. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. See you in the next one. Bye.